Monday, January 12th, 2009 is the first day of the rest of our lives, and the first day in our announcement of this project that we're on. Dave from Michigan is here. Dave, I would love to have you come down and help me out.
Michael, our family is here, and family is really important to us. So as long as they're here, I probably would not move. But as I mentioned to you on one of your other shows, one son-in-law has lost his job, and the other one is at risk. In fact, he could actually end up in Texas, so that could change things a lot. If that happened, then I might think about going there. But I was going to ask you, just have you actually selected the county yet, or is that still in the works?
No, we've selected a county. We're just not telling everybody where it is until we get it all settled.
I see. I would have liked to do some research on it before I would think about it. But,
well, as soon as we find out the property and get some property secured, we'll be telling everybody because we want people to move there.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Well, anyways, I congratulate you on your efforts, and I sure hope it's a great success. And in the event that I find myself moving to Texas, that's probably where I'd want to go. At least
well, Texas is one of the best states around because of the Texas Constitution as well as the United States Constitution. Both of them are very, very specific. And Texas is just a good state to be in. But we've got to get a governor in there that will uphold the Constitution of Texas, too.
Yeah. Can I ask you what part of Texas it is or what the weather is like down there? I got to tell you, I've been shoveling snow for the last 3 days here. I'm getting a little tired of it. You get a lot of snow down there or no?
I don't think that ever snows there. I don't think. Well, it might. It's pretty close to the Oklahoma border, so it might get some snow.
Dave, we do have winter here in Texas. Last year it was on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
That's about the way it works for summer up here.
Yeah, right. Well, Michigan only has 2 seasons, winter and bad sledding.
Yeah, something like that. That's about right. Well, anyways, again, thank you for your efforts on Ron Paul, and I wish you well with this project, and I'll stay tuned into it.
Well, thank you.
Thanks. The website is, I think the website for this project is freedomisnotdead.org.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And that's a brand new website, and it will be, filled out with a lot more information. So if you there's a newsletter that I just signed up for there. Go to freedomisnotdead.org and submit your email address, and you'll be one of the first people to know which county this is and when the process of migration to that county begins. So yeah, again, for me, this is all kind of a whirlwind thing. Part of it seems like fantasy and will never happen. But as you say, it's got to happen. We have to make it happen. Failure is not an option. And so, remaining positive and optimistic, when I am elected sheriff, I really will send letters to the federal government and remind them of the law and the way that the federal government is subordinate to the states and to the counties, and I will do what I can to establish a Texas Sheriff's Organization so that other people who are fulfilling the role of sheriff in Texas will also know their proper role. Because I think people would do the right thing if they knew what that was.
Oh, I just got an email. It says Michael Badnarik for sheriff. That is the only reason enough for me to move there. No kidding.
Well, it's going to be a lot of work, and I'm not. I don't imagine that I'm just going to be, like riding around in my little sheriff squad car. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a fairly large territory, but the rule of law will apply, and the only gun law in that county is going to be the Second Amendment. Yep. If people do have a right to life, they do have a right to protect that life, and I, for one, respect that right. So, if you want to come to our county and, wear a gun concealed out in the open, put a Easy Rider rifle rack in your car with, room for not one but three of your favorite rifles, that's fine. But behave yourself. You're not going to have any authority to go in and, withdraw other people's money. And my only request as sheriff is that, if you do carry a gun, that you are able to hit your target. I'm guessing that it doesn't have one already, but one of the first projects I would, embark on would be to build a shooting range right outside the sheriff's office. And, anybody that wanted to learn how to shoot, they'd be welcome to come right down and use the sheriff's range there. I would personally train them myself. I'll make sure that all of my sheriff's deputies have been trained. We'll probably bring some instructors up from Front Sight out in Nevada. And it's going to be a county of law and order. It's going to be a friendly county, and everybody's going to know everybody else. Well, with the number of people that are there, I'll probably be able to have everybody's phone number in my cell phone.
Yep. I just got another email. I'm getting swamped with emails now. It says, ask Michael if Quince would make a good deputy. He gave me his last name, but I don't want to say it.
Right. And the answer is yes. Quince is a close personal friend of mine. I know for a fact that he knows how to shoot because, I've watched him do that. And, and I trust him implicitly. If Quince is willing to be one of my deputies, I would be eager to have him because I trust him. And there are a number of other people, all of them men at this point, but, anybody, like I said, everybody who comes to the county, will be expected to do their own job, to leave other people alone, to be, friendly and compassionate, and we're going to be, relying on other people. And so I don't see myself as, a Dirty Harry kind of sheriff, or walking around with a axe handle, like Buford Pusser. I imagine myself a lot more like Andy Griffith or there was a movie, Support Your Local Sheriff with James Garner. And, he wasn't, rough and tumble shooting them up. He was able to maintain law and order, by being intellectual about the whole thing. And, that's certainly my choice. I don't want to have to, I don't want to have to pull my gun. We got a commercial break coming up. Give us a call, 800-259-5791. This is a project that's really going to happen. Give us your input. Let us know what you think. We'll be right back.
In the eye of the storm. In the eye of the storm.
Welcome back. You are listening to Lighting the Fires of Liberty. You and I together will accomplish that, and we are here on GCNlive.com. If you are listening to this program over a broadcast station, please give us a call. Let us know where and what station you're listening to. We'd like to know that we are being picked up and broadcast to a larger and larger audience. Our phone number, 800-259-5791. And Linda, I'm very excited because one of my deputies is calling in, Quince from Pennsylvania.
How you doing
Quince?
there, Sheriff? How you doing,
Hey.
Sheriff Badnarik?
I like the sound of that.
I got a good feeling. I just like the whole idea. I think Linda's got a brilliant idea.
Well, it wasn't my idea. It's already been done. I mean, the Free State Project started it. This is just a smaller version.
I like the small version because it can be repeated.
Right.
We can set up the pattern. You can set up the pattern, get it in place, and then people can look at the model and say, okay, we can repeat this in some remote counties in our state and start taking back our state county by county.
Exactly.
Brilliant. I am totally gung-ho. I can't wait till you can actually do some shows with Michael and just discuss the nuts and bolts of this thing.
Well, in a couple of months, we'll do a show as Michael with Michael will be the sheriff. Then he can be sheriff bad, the bad sheriff Badnarik.
Early in my presidential campaign, someone suggested a motto: "Bad government, meet Badnarik."
Oh, that's good.
I love it. That's a great campaign.
We're gonna straighten these things out, one county at a time, and the way to succeed is just to focus on the task at hand. Right now, we need to get people signed up. So I want to recommend that people go to the website freedomisnotdead.org.